Hey guys, so today we're going to make a super simple pumpkin design on black nail. You can use any dark color you want. I just like black because it makes the chrome powder pop more. So make sure you have a nice opaque even coat of the gel. Cap it off and give it a full cure. And now we're going to mix colors. So I don't actually have the green or the orange that I want to use. So I just got primary colors. And there's the yellow and blue to make the green. And I'm going to use the orange first. So yellow and red. Get a dab of the red, mix it in with your orange. Well, your yellow, sorry. And then make sure you get a nice uniform mixture going on. You don't want it to be little red parts and little yellow parts, so make sure it's nicely mixed. And I got these gels from, I think, China. I'm not sure, probably eBay or Wish or something. And what you're going to do is make sort of like a almost heart shape, like the top of a heart. So just bring it down from the side is easier. There you go. And bring it down from the other side so you have that sort of heart shape going on. And it doesn't need to be even because a pumpkin isn't even. And then just pull it straight down. And you kind of want those lines that it's making because they're going to help to define where you'll put the lines later. So just move the gel around until you're happy with how it turns out. You'll see it's starting to look more like a pumpkin with those lines there already. And once you're happy with it, give it a cure. It can be a flash cure or full cure, doesn't matter. You just basically don't want it to move. And then you're going to add a second layer just over top of the first one. In the same way, you're just bringing it up to the top and pulling it down to make those lines where the pumpkin has bumps and ridges. And so you want those odd things going on because they help to make it look more realistic. Not that a glittery pumpkin is realistic, but you get what I mean. Okay, once you're happy with how it looks, cure it, a full cure this time. And then we're going to move on to glitter powder or chroming powder, whichever you want to call it. This one is labeled as rose gold on the internet. I'm not sure exactly why they call it rose gold. It's actually like a coppery orange color. Perfect for fall, perfect for shiny pumpkins. So I got these makeup applicator sponge things from the dollar store. They come in like a pack of like 12 or 20 or something, and they're like $1. So I suggest grabbing those because if you use chrome powders like I do, you'll need them. So you just get some on your sponge, dab off the excess, and then dab it on and pull down. You don't want to get it on the black because that's where your background's going to be, and we didn't take the sticky layer off the black, so it could very well stick to it. So what you want to do is just dab it on the edge of the orange and pull it down onto just where the orange part is. And then it's just a matter of getting a little more on your sponge and rubbing it in just to give it a little bit more of a chrome effect rather than just glitter. It is really pretty. I love this stuff. And just rub it in a bit. Try not to get any on that black. If you do get any on the black, just put some alcohol on a Q-tip and rub it off. Just got to be careful. Ooh, shimmery, shiny, love it. Okay, now we're going to work with green. We're going to take a little bit of the blue and mix it in with the yellow until we get a nice green that we like. And actually, this green is just a little too light green for me. I want it a little more naturally dark, I guess. So what I'm going to do, and I notice you don't see it on here, but I added just one little tiny bit of black polish. So it's just going to darken it. And I mean, I used a very, very tiny little bit of black. And then you just mix it in really good with the green. And you get sort of a like more hunter green color. And I'm going to go with using that one because that looks more like a natural plant green. Sorry. So you just want to make the stem. You can make in any shape you want, any length you want. I'm just basically making your standard little sort of curved stem. And you can mess around with it any way you want. It doesn't necessarily have to be perfect. It's just the implying that there's a stem. And when you do that, do not cure it right away. Because then we're going to switch to a smaller brush and add some of this light green and more yellow. And we're going to give it some details. So basically you just highlight some parts where you know the light would be shining on it. And it just gives it more depth. It's not realistic looking, but it gives it more depth. And just make sure you fix any lines there. And then when you're happy with it, give it a full cure. And now we're going to use that same dark green with our smaller brush. And we're going to draw little swirly tendrils coming off the top, you know, like the vine part of the pumpkin. And just basically draw like a curled line on either side of it. You can have as many, 1, 2, 10, I don't really care, it doesn't matter. Whatever you feel. Just give it a little swirl and give that a cure. And now we're going to go back with our lighter color and add a little bit more depth by highlighting only the part that would be in the forefront. So that would be just to there, but the part going behind, we're not going to highlight. Just the curved part, and then we're not going to highlight the other part because it's back farther. It would imply that it's back farther anyway. Same thing with the other little line I drew. Can't really see that one. So, like, light. Add any highlights you see fit. If you want to make it look a little more brighter. And cure. And now we're going to go back with our orange color and just drawing in some lines going down the pumpkin where we had the grooves from the gel underneath. And like, there's no really wrong or right way. I mean, you don't have to get it exactly where you put the lines. It's just, they're just kind of there for a guideline. So it doesn't really matter if you do like extra lines, less lines, whatever you feel looks the best to you. And You, like, if you kind of mess up with this, you can use a toothpick or a orange stick to try and mess with it. I didn't bother because this isn't a client or anybody I know. It's just a nail wheel, so I just wanted to draw it to show you how to do it, but you can do it any way you want. And once you're done messing around with all the lines and making them the way you want them, then you'll want to give that a full cure. Okay, so I'm going to use Shellac Duraforce because it's pretty good top coat for things like this. It fills in all the little ridges and it doesn't smudge everything everywhere either. So give it a nice top coat. And remember, don't move that glitter around. Make sure that you put enough top coat on your brush to float over it rather than like dragging it along the nail. And then once you're done with how it is, then just cure a full cure. And don't forget to wipe off that sticky layer on top. And voila, you have this super fancy, super easy little pumpkin nail, perfect for fall. Okay. See little cute little twirly things, and then you've got your shimmery pumpkin. I like this one. Okay, thanks guys, bye.